Yes, we're back again. Our connection was disrupted. Tesla is up 1.42%. Okay, the most talked about stocks in the Reddit sub-forum were Wall Street's bets were up ahead of the opening bell today, the 17th of October. Tesla rose 2.1% at some point after falling 7.6% on Friday, the 14th. The electric vehicle maker has postponed its plan to set up battery cell manufacturing in Germany at its Germany plant until at least 2024 due to technical problems. Meme stock favorites GameStop advanced 4.5% in this pre-market session after shedding 3.6% on Friday, while AMC was up 1.5% in this pre-market session, following a 0.7% decline on Friday after its subsidiary Odeon Finco said it had priced a private placement of up to $400 million of senior unsecured notes due 2027. Apple rose 1.37% before the opening bell after sliding 3.2% in the previous session. The technology giant has paused its plans to use chips made by China's Yangtze Memory Technologies in its products amid tighter export controls. Nikkei Asia reported on Monday, citing unnamed sources. Among other stocks in focus, ASML Holdings climbed 1.8% following a 6.5% decline on Friday the 14th, while Advanced Micro Devices AMD was up 1.4% after a 5.1% decline on Friday, and NVIDIA was up 1.5% in this pre-market session after plunging 6.1% on Friday the 14th. Nikola rose 2.3% after a 1.3% decline in the previous session. The company said that later Friday it has concluded acquisition of Romeo Power. Okay. So still on Tesla. Tesla sets up job ads as recession clouds gather. Okay, while Elon Musk may be worried about the economy, job openings on Tesla's website suggest the world's most valuable car maker is hiring employees at a quick pace in nearly every category of job. Tesla this week listed over 6,900 jobs on its career website, almost a 50% surge since mid-June. When Reuters began tracking the data, the company, that compares to a 2022 peak of over 7,400 jobs in May of this year, according to data similarly tracked by Technom, Alternative Data, and hedge fund Snowball Capital. Chief Executive Musk warned colleagues in early June he had a super bad feeling about the economy and said the electric car maker needed to cut jobs. He later tweeted that global headcount would increase over the next 12 months. Jobs listed on Tesla's website showed a steep drop in June and July. Since July, job openings for engineering and information technology, vehicle service, and manufacturing led that revival, accounting for the vast majority of listings according to 17 categories. Vehicle services has jumped by over 40% since late June to over 1,600%. So sorry, to over 1,600 this year. A leading indicator: Tesla job ads are important. A leading indicator, Tesla job ads are important because they show where Tesla is trying to grow, according to Taylor Organ, head of Snowball Capital. That's the leading indicator that we have, more than really anything else. While the job ads provide a valuable glimpse of potential trends at Wall Street's most closely scrutinized automaker, it's difficult to draw specific conclusions. Changes in the number of job ads could reflect attrition, delays in filling jobs, as well as changes in the size of Tesla's workforce. Tesla could also advertise jobs in other ways. Tesla could also advertise jobs in other places. Tesla did not respond to a request for comment about the job ads. About 3/4 of job ads on Tesla's website are for US positions, followed by Germany site of a new factory, and Canada. Tesla leads over 200 jobs on another website focused on China, where it recently upgraded its Shanghai plant to boost production. Tesla's US job ads are concentrated in California, Texas, and Nevada, where it has plants and offices. Yeah. Hey, good morning, Paul. Oh, well, I think I'm thinking red. I'm thinking red today, even though it's currently up at the moment. It's okay. Tesla up 1.7%. Okay, let's look at Apple. Apple up 1.47%. Okay, 457,000 shares have crossed the tape for Apple so far, up 1.52%. Okay, yeah. Okay, let's quickly have a look at OXY. OXY is up 0.19%. Twitter up 0.12%. GameStop up 2.4%. AMC up 1.17%. Which of the VIX ETFs are you trading, Paul? Let's look at INPX. INPX up 63.39%. Okay, this is in addition to, this is following the 9.9%. It ran up on Friday. $1.2 million shares have crossed the tape. Okay, let's get ACOR. ACOR Therapeutics up 46.17%. Okay, says here shares of drug maker ACOR Therapeutics surged 55% at some point to 53 cents before the bell. Company says arbitration panel awarded $16.5 million from Alzheimer's as part of its final decision in a dispute regarding licensing royalties related to drug Ampira. Ampira is used as a treatment to improve walking among patients with multiple sclerosis. ACOR will no longer have to pay ALKS any royalties on sales for licenses and supply of AMPYRA. Company is now also free to use alternative sources for supply for Ampira as a result of the panel's ruling. Okay, let's look at LFG. LFG is up 53.02%. news concerning LFG. Okay. BP America proposed deal with IKEA for $3.3 billion in cash, as well as around $800 million of net debt. BP America has agreed to acquire IKEA for $3.3 billion in cash, or $26 per share. Okay, so that's the reason why we are seeing this spike. $26, it's not there yet, so just 14 cents shy of that figure. FNHC is just can't stop rallying. FNHC, let's look at it. FedNat Holdings up 40.38%. Penny stock, no news, just one of the pre-market gainers. That's just continued to remain in the news, or rather it's been continued to remain, has continued to remain a buzz. Okay, we have 2.812 million shares. Let's look at the daily chart and see whether it has the rally has been going on for some time. Yeah, I think so. It's been going on for some time. At least it has now surpassed its it's now probably over, it's getting to its 5-month high now. It's in a 5-month high now, I think so. FNHC, we may get a better look of what's going on with the stock, what the trend has been from the static chart here. let's we're gonna get a better a better look of what's going on with the stock. I believe the stock has been it's been rallying. We need a longer term bearish trend. It's been rallying. Yes, let's see. Okay, let's refresh this and make it bring it up to date. Okay, yeah, pretty much what's been going on. You can see it began to rally on the 3rd of October, reached 0.46, cooled off after 2 sessions. So we have we now have a double bottom now. This first bottom is 0.17. The next one is 0.21, so the second bottom is clearly higher. So those can be construed as bullish signals. As a matter of fact, we have 3 triple bottoms. This first one is 0.11, the next one is 0.12, so the lows are getting higher. So currently now we have it at 0.7316. This is where it is right now. Okay, so it has 73, just slightly above its 200-day moving average. Let's find out where that 200-day moving average is. The 200-day moving average is at 0.72, so it has now crossed above its 200-day moving average. But that moving average, as you can clearly see, is still sloping downwards. It's going to take a long time before it reverses course. So FNHC on the move in this pre-market session. Let's have a look and see if there's any news. No, there isn't any specific news. 2.89 million shares have crossed the tape. Okay, MIST, that's the next one. Our Milestone Pharmaceuticals up to 33.45%. It says Milestone Pharmaceuticals announces positive results from phase 3 rapid clinical trial of Retracement nasal spray in patients with paroxysmal supraventricular tachycardia. Milestone Pharmaceuticals met a primary endpoint with 64.3% of patients self-administering Retracement converting within 30 minutes. Okay, so this is a consistent safety and tolerability data support potential self-administration of this drug, Retracement. Analysis of pooled data show statistically significant reduction in medical interventions, visits to emergency department. Okay, plans to submit an NDA to the US FDA in mid-2023. Continues to enroll patients in the global open label node 303 safety study. So yes, that's the news concerning MIST. Up 33.1%. 1.792 million shares have crossed the tape. AYLA, let's see. AYLA Pharmaceuticals up 9.78%. No news. 26,179 shares have crossed the tape. Okay, let's look at GEHI. Gravitas Educational Holdings, I believe, is off 17.79% in this pre-market session. No news. 1,658 shares have crossed the tape. IVDA. IVDA Solutions Inc. Up 17.75%. No news. Okay, 232,016 shares have crossed the tape. Okay, next one is IVDA. Let's see. Next one is SCPS. Scopus Biopharma up 6.43%. No news there. 505 shares have crossed the tape. News. Okay, let's have a look at the next one. The next one will be AGFY. AGFY Corp up 22.66%. Okay, this stock has continued to remain, has continued to trend for some time now. 6.181 million shares have crossed the tape. No news for AGFY. Okay, KXIN is the next one. Okay, up 0.66, not a lot. SPY, let's see what's going on there. Up 1.22%. 1.271 million shares and counting. Okay, QQQ up 1.4%. Tesla up 1.49%. Up 1.62%. GameStop up 2%. AMC, let's see, up 1%. BBY up 0.41. Such pace down 0.19%. Okay, equity futures have a positive disposition this morning after the UK Finance Minister Jeremy Hunt announced a reversal of almost all of the tax measures in the prior minute budget. Mr. Hunt added that this would raise $32 billion pounds. This announcement has calmed the currency and UK gilt markets. The 10-year gilt yield. The 10-year gilt down is down 48 basis points to 3.91%. The US dollar index is down 0.3% to 112.99, with GBP USD up 1% to 1.1292. The two-year note yield is down 5 basis points to 4.45%, and the 10-year note yield is down 6 basis points to 3.95%. Morgan Stanley chief strategist Wilson said in a note that there is a good opportunity for the S&P 500 to have sizable technical rally, assuming there's no major earnings disappointment or a recession. China reaffirmed its zero coronavirus policy, and President Xi added he is aiming to achieve a peaceful unification with Taiwan, but won't rule out the use of force. Okay, today's lone economic release is the October Empire State Manufacturing Survey at 8:30 a.m. Eastern US time, which is coming up in a few seconds. Okay, we wanted to find out Let's have a look at GLSI. Greenwich Life Sciences of 0.41. It has is at the top of this short squeeze list. SPY now up 1.25%. SPY is racing up. The gain is now 1.43%. QQQ is 1.72%. Tesla 2%. Apple 1.89%. Twitter up mega to 0.24%. GME up 2.52%. AMC up 1.5%. Let's see, FNHC Fednat Holdings up 76.92%. INPX, let's see. INPX up 62.55%. ACOR Therapeutics up 52.1%. Yeah, yes. Yes, the market's quite bullish at the moment, but who knows what's going to happen when the real session gets underway. Yeah, I have a feeling too. SPY will equally dump. Yeah. MIST up 26.15. Speaking of oil, let's look at some of the ETFs. USO up 0.87%. Let's look at USL. USL is down 0.2%. Oxy is the best performing of all the oil stocks, up over 120%, I believe. The last 1 year in this session, pre-market session, is up 1.2%. AYLA Pharmaceuticals up 4.35%. GEHI up 12.8%. GEHI Gravitas Education Holdings, IVDA, next one. IVDA Solutions up 20.92%. SCPS Scopus Biopharma up 6.43%. AGFY is up 23.39%. Volume is 6.56 million shares. We're counting down to the open. We have about 33 minutes. KXIN is up 16.82. You can see only 545 shares are responsible for this. This is an indication that liquidity is very low. SPY up by 1.43. DJIA is Global X Dow 30 covered. Okay, let's look at another one. It'll be the best Vesco Dow Jones Industrial Average Dividend ETF. Okay, let's look at that one. DJD. It's unchanged. DJIA. Okay. Investment seeks to provide investment results that correspond generally to the price and yield performance before fees and expenses of the Dow Jones Industrial Average CBOE by right V2 index. The index measures the performance of a covered call strategy that holds a theoretical portfolio of the underlying stocks of the Dow Jones Industrial Average. Okay, so that holds a theoretical portfolio of the underlying stocks. Okay. The reference index and the rights or sells a succession of 1 month at the money covered call options on the reference index. The fund invests in the securities reflected in the index and cannot invest directly in the index itself. The fund is non-diversified. Okay, let's see. In good times, this would definitely be a good ETF to buy. Before, I know I can say for sure, before from around 2017, this would have been excellent. It would be just be cashing in money every month. Probably your money will be doubling. United Health Corp, these are the holdings of this ETF. SPY still extending. QQQ still extending as well. Counting down to the open, we have 60 minutes and some fraction and some seconds before the market opens. US equities are higher in this pre-market session, getting a boost from the UK's decision to abandon nearly all its tax cut plans. The moves come as the global bond and currency markets have increased volatility in the wake of the initial proposal Treasury yields are lower and the dollar is declining amid strength in both the British pound and the euro. Crude oil prices are modestly higher and gold is trading to the upside. Third quarter earnings season, a little bit light today, is set to kick off into a higher gear this week, with Bank of America besting expectations and a jump in net interest income. The economic calendar is also slow to start the new week, but manufacturing activity in New York region slowed more than expected. Markets in Asia finished mixed amid continued recession worries, while stocks in Europe are cheering the developments on the UK tax cut plan front. As of 8:50 a.m. Eastern US time, the December SP 500 index future was up 51 points above fair value. The GEHI futures up 281 points north of fair value, and the Nasdaq future is up 118 points higher than the fair value. The WTI crude oil is increasing $0.41 to $86.02 per barrel, and Brent crude is up $0.22 to $91.85 per barrel. The gold spot price is advancing $121 to $1,669.90 per ounce. Elsewhere, the dollar index is falling 0.4% to 112.83. Okay, Bank of America reported adjusted Q3 earnings per share of $0.81 above the $0.78 fact set estimate, with revenues rising 7.6% year over year to $24.5 billion, north of the street's forecast of $23.5 billion. Profits were 8% lower versus last year, as the company booked $738 million in credit losses for the quarter. Net interest income for the bank rose 24% year over year to $2.7 billion amid the rise in interest rates. Chairman and CEO Brian Moynihan said the U.S. consumer clients remained resilient with strong, although slower growing spending levels, and still maintained elevated deposit amounts. Volatility in the markets remained after another dose of inflation data last week that showed price pressures persist and has forced the Fed to aggressively tighten monetary policy. Higher interest rates led to a stronger US dollar, which is likely to add to a global economic pressure and weigh on corporate profits, as discussed in the latest Schwab market perspective. No stopping the Fed. Meanwhile, as Q3 earnings season starts to rev up, Schwab's chief investment strategist Liz Ann Saunders discusses in her article "Earnings Trapped Underfoot" how the bear market has been driven by multiple compression, making valuations look relatively compelling, but expected weakness in earnings may limit the upside potential for stocks. Okay, treasury yields are falling, as the yield on a 2-year note is down 9 basis points to 4.41%. The yield on a 10-year note is declining 8 basis points to 3.93%. And the 30-year bond rate is declining 3 basis points to 3.94%. Volatility has spiked recently as markets react to concerns about the ability of the global economy to cope with the rise in bond yield across the globe as monetary policies tighten. The Fed has led the charge, and Schwab's chief fixed income strategist Kathy Jones discusses this in her latest article, "Markets to Fed, Slow Down, You Move Too Fast," and how if these trends continue, the Fed may end up slowing its pace of tightening but not stopping it. You can follow Kathy at her Twitter handle. And along with rising yields, the US dollar has rallied, and Schwab's Liz Ann Saunders examines the impact of the greenback rise in the article, Ripples from Surging Dollar. She discusses how, while a spike in global market volatility has prompted some investors to think a Fed response is imminent. They caution against thinking that intervention is a bullish development. While today's economic docket is light, things will begin to heat up tomorrow with and will offer some key data points that could shape market reaction. Housing will be in focus, courtesy of the US NHAB Housing Market Index, housing starts and housing permits, existing home sales, as well as the weekly read on the MBA Mortgage Applications Index. Also of note will be the Federal Reserve's Beige Book, an anecdotal read on the national business activity used by policymakers to prepare for the next monetary policy decision set to come on the 2nd of November, as well as the Fed's industrial production and capacity utilization report for September. Other items of note include the leading economic index for last month and initial jobless claims for the weekend ended the 15th of October. So we're counting now. We have now 7 minutes and some seconds before the market opens. SPY up 1.64%. QQQ up 2%. Invesco Dow Jones is unchanged. I don't know if this is the better ETF to look at, the GEHI. Yes, good morning, Sania. DIA. Let's try it. DIA. Okay, DIA up 1.29%. Okay, the market is opened. FNHC has cooled off from the highs of 100 and from the highs of 101.06 dollars. Okay, thank you very much, Paul and Sania, and indeed Joel Fernandez. Thank you all very much for joining this live session. Hopefully I'll be here again tomorrow, or indeed even at the close of this session of the later on in the day. Hopefully we'll be there. I'll be there. Okay, talk to you soon, Paul. Yes.